Hello everyone. This week was supposed to be tulip time. So it was going to be my first tulip time in Pella and Rohan's too. And we're kind of sad we have to miss it this year. But because it was supposed to be tulip time, we are going to do some tulip art this week. We are going to draw and color some tulips. So with this project, we are going to be creation enjoyers. We are going to think about how beautiful God's creation is in his tulips. We are also going to be image reflectors this week. Just like God is the ultimate creator, we're just little creators using his gifts that he's given us to reflect his image and be little creators. So we are going to make some tulip art. Here's my example. Some of our learning targets for this week is you'll be able to say, I can draw tulips using line and shapes. And then also something we're going to talk about is value. What is value? Value is when you take a color and make it darker or lighter. So darker, lighter red, darker orange, lighter orange. So we're going to talk about how to do that with crayons. So that learning target number 2 is I can create different color values, lighter or darker, with crayons. For this project, all you are going to need is a piece of paper. I've got my sketchbook. You need a pencil and some crayons. So if you need to go pause to collect those things and then come right back. With this project, I'm going to show you a couple different things. I'm going to show you how to draw some tulips for tulip time, but also we're going to talk about value and how we can use the same color, like red, and either make it lighter or darker. And that's called value when a certain color or even just pencil goes from light to dark. So with all of my different tulips, I went from light in between to as dark as I could. Light, middle, dark. Light, middle, dark. So you kind of get the point. And that's creating different values. I even did that with my brown in the hills here. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this page and we're gonna start off with just putting maybe some hills. You don't have to put your hills exactly like mine. Your hills can look different. You could have more or less. All right, so now that we have our hills, we're gonna start drawing some tulips. So I'm gonna start with one right about here. The first thing you wanna do is draw a U, just like that. Now, from the top of the U, I'm gonna go like that. So it's just a curvy line down to the middle or the bottom of the U. And then the same thing over here, but instead of going all the way to the bottom, I kind of stopped there. This kind of looks like a letter. What letter does it look like? Maybe a Y? And then there are some petals in the middle of the tulip. So I'm gonna do something kind of like that. Almost like a triangle, the beginning of a triangle, but I'm not gonna make the bottom line. Okay, and then I'm gonna make the stem. Ooh, that was kind of a wavy stem. And of course, tulips need to have some leaves. Something kind of like that. All right, let's make another one. I'm gonna put another U start here, go down, come back up. Sorry, my dog is making weird noises in the background. So if you wonder what that is, it's my dog. And it's really windy today, and I have my windows open. All right, maybe I'll put another one right here. You. Nope. Nope. It's gonna be a short one. You can put your tulips wherever you want. And maybe for this, the last one I think I did 5. For this one, I think I'm just gonna have room for 4. So if you have room for just 3 or maybe more than 5, that's great. It's up to you. This time I'm gonna start on this side just to switch things up. Okay, there we go. If you guys have crayons, that would be the best thing to use. So everyone grab your crayons. I'm gonna start with a red, and on this side, I'm gonna try to just do it as lightly as possible. I'm creating a really light red value. I'm still gonna color carefully and make sure I try to get all of those white spaces, but I'm gonna do it super lightly for a light red value. Then over here, I'm gonna do it really hard to make a dark red value. Although you don't wanna do it too hard that you break your crayon. I break my crayons all the time. So it happens, but try not to break my crayon. Okay, so I've got super light red value, super dark red value, and now the tricky one is to kind of get somewhere in the middle, not quite as dark and not quite as light. Something in between. I wonder if you guys can do it. That's pretty close. Maybe this one can get a little darker. Okay, there we go. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll go with orange. So the reason why we want to practice making some different values is because when we look at tulips, I'm sure you've been out and about and seen some tulips growing, and the sun is shining. If the sun is shining over here, let's put a sun in the sky. Even though I don't like suns in the corner, let's pretend a sun is over here. The sun is shining on this side and making that side brighter. So that's when artists like to use lighter values. So it can say the sun is shining on this side, and on this side there's a shadow. So it's got to be really dark over here. And somewhere in between. Okay, so I'm not gonna have you guys watch me do the entire thing. I'm going to do a fast forward clip of me coloring the last one. One thing, I also did the same with my green. I did this super light. Oops, I need to erase some of these lines like that. But anyway, on this side I did super light, on this side I do really dark. So you could do something like that too. the last thing that I did is I took a black crayon just to make my lines a little bit cleaner, and I went over all my pencil marks. So you could do that too. All right, so there you have it. Your value tulips, light to dark value for tulip time. Okay, so I hope you guys made some awesome tulip art and you drew tulips using lines and shapes, but that you also created different values, darker colors and lighter colors. As always, I'm gonna have a link for you guys to take a picture of your awesome artwork and share it with me. If you do that, then I'm going to post it on my art classroom Instagram page. So please, please, please share all your awesome artwork. I can't wait to see it. All right, have an awesome week.